Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just gonna jump into doing my makeup. I wanted to do a little life update, chit chat, get ready with me sort of thing because I got some stuff and I got some time. So I'm gonna film some things this evening. So before we get into it too much, self-promotion here. I did post, there's a big hair on that brush, a new history of horror for those of you who like the ooky spooky stuff that I post. I did do a new history of horror about Scream. It was very fun. The makeup didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it, but the audio, I spent like 4 hours on and I really enjoyed editing it. So yeah, go check that out. As the title suggests, today I'm going to be talking about how I got let go from my writing job, and I'll spoil the ending now. I am gainfully employed still, but I just wanted to talk about this situation. I'm not going to say the company that I was working for. I think I've mentioned it in another video, but I'm not going to mention them again, so y'all can just, if you really want to dig and find out the company. So I was writing for a company, entertainment brand, and things kind of started to change back in November, and, just kept working as usual, doing what I was supposed to. And then they announced that we were going to have to do this retraining at the end of the year. Once we got to the middle of January, they were like, hey, you got to do this training. So basically, I had to not write for a week and not be paid for that week because I was doing this training. I did the training. It was a little bit stressful just because it was vastly different from the way we were supposed to be writing before. You have to adapt and whatever. So that's what I was doing. Once I got it all done, I turned it in. They basically said, which they did not say at the beginning of the training, after we finished training, they're like, hey, we want you to write like 100 articles a month. And that's a lot. I was writing 30 a month before, around like anywhere from 25 to 30 a month. So that's a lot. They're like, oh, we're gonna compensate you for it and everything, which is true. Like, there was a bit of a pay structure difference. And so basically with that, I was like, okay, like, I guess, yeah, like I'll do it. Like, I don't want to go back down to making less money because I can't afford to make less money. So I started doing it. I started putting the work in. I was getting it all figured out about how much I would have to be writing. And then basically they hit me with, like, that Monday, they were like, oh, because we're restructuring, we're laying off people and you're one of the people, so you don't work for us anymore, effective immediately. And I was like so taken aback because I was like, but I just did all this stuff. Like, what do you mean? Like, this can't be right. So, and it was definitely right. They terminated my contract. They told me nothing about the work that I had already done, like if I would be paid for that, or if, those articles that I had written during the week that weren't published yet would be posted. I found out I would be paid for all those things. I got that confirmed and I got transferred to a different company. So under the same kind of publishing umbrella. So like a lot, if you're not familiar, basically a lot of newspaper companies, websites, magazines, whatever, they're all owned by one publisher, like one umbrella company, and then they all just have different names. Moved to another company under the same umbrella, and I was like, okay, great. But then that was another week that I had to wait for them to send me training stuff. And after that week, they told me I didn't need to retrain. And then I started working, and now I'm back writing. And it's okay. I was just super frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. I was super frustrated that I got laid off, but I wasn't devastated. I was more so mad that I was gonna have to wait another week to get back to working, and that I had done all of this stuff just to, basically it was pointless. I've settled into my transfer and stuff, but right now it's weird to be an entertainment journalist that doesn't do tabloid stuff, because I do like TV, movies, stuff like that. I'm no longer doing reality TV, which sucks because that was kind of my niche and I was really happy with it. But yeah, not doing that anymore. Basically, I'm fine. I'm also just making this video because I was very proud of how I reacted to the whole thing. Like, automatically, I was frustrated, but I also didn't have a breakdown, which would have been my normal response, would have been to, like, immediately panic and freak out and be like, what am I gonna do? But I didn't, and I think some of that is because I was frustrated already. So in a way, I think it was kind of the universe telling me, like, hey, we're getting into like the warmer months when I start working 3 jobs instead of 2. And you're not going to be able to do 100 articles a month feasibly. So let's just remove this little obstacle out of your way. Therefore, you don't have to make the choice about how to approach this and stress yourself out and end up in a mental institution. And I think that that's great that the universe did that for me. I actually am okay and have been doing okay. My paychecks are really screwed up right now, which is not fun. And that's also why I wasn't really making content, because I was so stressed out and trying to figure out, like, maybe I needed to look for a new job. And that would put me right back where I was last year around this time when I hadn't started working yet. But I had been trying to find a job in my field. All of that being said, I'm hoping now, since I'm not going to be basically killing my mental state trying to write articles, that I'll have more content up. History of Horror is going to continue. That wasn't just a one-off. I'm doing like a whole, I think I have 9 episodes that I'm going to be doing. And the first time it did really well. So I'm hoping this time it can do just as well for my channel, and also that you guys will like it enough to watch it. Well, I'm definitely going to, I think basically this whole thing taught me, definitely I'm trying to be more balanced about it, and set like from 9 to 5. I am available only during weekdays. After that, don't talk to me. Like, I am out of service. That's going to be good just for my mental state, and also how working for, you know, doing my other jobs works. Sorry if you can hear like a weird noise. Ruger's right here chewing on a toy. I want to get the content going again. I had to take just, you know, a little break to get everything sorted out, but I'm hoping to at least do a video or 2 a week. You know, I'm grateful to be employed, don't get me wrong. I just wish that I could focus on like one that I'm very, very passionate about, instead of having to split my attention. And I think that's what I'm going to look for next year, is basically looking into getting, just not changing career path, but depending on what happens, potentially looking at moving and doing a little, you know, little career searching. There's definitely some companies that I would love to work for that I'm kind of like, why don't I apply to them? And the main thing is like that they're not remote and I would have to move, and right now that's not feasible. Basically, this was a really long-winded way of saying that I am fine and all's well that ends well. I will say that it was a good experience, a good takeaway. I'm ready to move on to the next thing. Be happy and not burn myself out before the age of 26. Something I would like to do is maybe get into like a publishing job, like working for Penguin Random House or something like that. Or, you know, any of the lovely publishers who make the books that are on my shelves. So, Ruger has officially joined the video. For those of you watching who care, he is very happy. He just has dinner, so he's gonna probably take a nap. But this is the finished look. It's bright. It's a lot. It's because I've been stressed and this makes me happy. Also, with this hair and this headband, this is a look. This is a slay. I'm down for it. I am very much big into the grays with the oranges and the blues. I like it a lot. So, anyway, long story short, I'm fine. Everything is fine. We're doing great over here. Attempting to. Anyway, so, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot of chatting, but I haven't done a long video in a while, so hope you enjoyed. And, you know, check out the links down below, all that jazz. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.